Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of CLX Foundry Live, where we dive deep into somebody's build and we make it from the ground up. I'm your host, DJ Blue PDX, and boy, do we have an amazing show today. I'm so excited. But joining me right now live from our studio in Wichita, Kansas, it is Paul Steffens, our lead technical expert, and our master builder, Zach Killingsworth, who's back.
Heck yeah.
He back. He's so back.
Back from Houston.
He's back. He's almost front.
Mm-hmm.
How did your thing go?
You know what? If we could do that every weekend, we would want to do that every weekend. I don't think I've been to a more energetic convention.
That's sick.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Well,
very awesome.
That's great to hear. Speaking of all things energetic, wow. Just for those people who are here, and of course the people who are not here are not going to hear this, but we've got, first of all, these are cases for our friend Mark Edding. It's marketing. That is a brand new case. It is called the King of I just lost it.
Valley of the Kings.
Valley of the Kings. Valley of the Kings. Look at that thing. Absolutely brilliant design. I guess Nicole and Kyle have been working on these for a while, and then sitting next to it is called the ossuary. Ossuary.
Ossuary.
Look at that. That's wicked. That's actually, the print job did well. That's awesome. So we're going to be starting something in this year that's different than what we've done before. We're going to be doing Summerween, like Halloween, but in the summer. And so it will be announced when it starts. It'll be a couple of weeks long, but the Oracle will be back available, along with select other limited prints. So you definitely want to check it out and keep it going. Dreamweaver Mar, hello, Pimphanio, Oscar Mart, Party Lime,
The skeleton.
What? I'm back. Welcome. All right. So I know a lot of you here for the giveaway, which was really awesome, and it is an amazing giveaway, for which type exclamation giveaway, and you'll figure out what it's for. The giveaway has extra codes that give you extra entries. And you can find those codes live right here on Tuesdays on the Twitch stream. You can find them on our social media. That's YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads. You might even find them at CLX Gaming, obviously. You might even find them in the Discord, which is discord.gg CLX Gaming. And you will definitely find them on my stream. So, that being said, this first build is wild, and I'm excited. And you guys get to see the ossuary in the after show. But Paul, what are we doing?
All right, so the first build going inside our Horus NV5 Valley of the Kings edition. We're going to be gaming on this during the after show too, so you guys can check out what this looks like while we're gaming. But starting out with our processor, we've got the AMD Ryzen 7 9700X. To cool that, we've got our CLX Quench 360 AIO in black with RGB. And for our motherboard, we've got the ASRock B850 Riptide with Wi-Fi 7 on board. For our memory, we've got two sticks of 16 gigabyte DDR5. It's in black with the heat spreaders as well. For our storage drive, we're going to have a 2 terabyte MSI Spatium. And for our video card, we've got the Radeon RX 9060 XT. So we got the Team Red build going inside of this.
Nice.
We got 8 of our Game DS Aeolus case fans and a 750 watt ASRock 80 plus gold power supply.
All right. Now, while while you guys get everything started and prepped up, I just can't stop looking at the case. Like, this is so pretty.
Show you guys the top panel. Oh, right, my bad, wrong camera.
That is hardcore. Oh my god.
See the kitties?
And the cats. The cats. Oh my god. That's fantastic. Quick shout out and thank you to Chili, who's been here. Chili Con One. We've got Dreamweaver and Hashim, who I think is speaking French. God, that is so incredible.
Oui, oui. Buongiorno.
This is just... Yeah, Nicole, Kyle, you guys killed it on this.
There he is.
Yeah. I want one. All right. So, throughout the show, you will be... I got to figure out if I can say this right, by the way. Hashim spoke in French, and I want to see if I can still read French. Bonjour, Cava Miami.
Buongiorno.
Even is that really even? It might even be no close at all. No close at all. Jesus Christ.
That means hello, my friends.
Yes. I just want to sure I can get the pronunciation right. Capabillena Toy Ashim Informe. I don't know if that was right either. Such a beautiful case. Mini Cause Gaming, thank you so much for being here and welcome. Yeah, it is. It honestly is a breathtaking case. And if you've seen some of our previous builds, oh my gosh, they're wild. And the fact that we're going to be bringing back the Oracle during Summerween is a huge, huge thing because that is the number one most requested art job ever. It was great. All right, now, got all the plastic bits. If you're building your PC for the very first time, you definitely want to make sure that you understand the parts and what they're going to do. And so that's what the show is about. We are going to be rolling everybody through how to build a PC. And then you'll find your codes periodically in the discussion thread. Now, God, that's gorgeous. Very, very pretty. Now, this, of course, is an ASRock B850 Riptide Wi-Fi 7, which is awesome.
Ripping ties.
Got all the RAMs right there. And then we've got some connectivity things that I find to be awesome. So, we got 2 antenna ports, your HDMI port, and then you've got your optical spit out in the bottom. There's going to be 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C ports. That's 10 gigs up and down for all of those. 3 USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A ports. That is 5 gigs up and down. And then you got 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A ports, which is 10 up and down. That's how you can tell if somebody's been drinking. If they can't say that in a row, wow. 4 USB 2.0 ports, and then 1 RJ45 LAN port, BIOS flashback button, your line out, and your microphone jack. Oh, yeah. So, while we're getting this put in together, I don't know how long you all have been engaged with PCs, but the BIOS and flashback thing used to be a pin that you would have to go to your motherboard and you'd swap out this little dual pin and put it in one spot to clear the CMOS, put it in the other spot. It was a nightmare. Specs on this one. It's going to be, well, you know what? Stick around the show, I'll tell you. But for starters, we're I don't want to give it away. But my first PC this weekend, yo, that's awesome. Dreamweaver, how did that go? Watching the stream definitely helped, and that is what we like to hear.
Absolutely.
That makes
awesome,
makes me so happy. It's fun, isn't it? All right, you know what else is fun? Putting a CPU properly into a motherboard. And for this, we're going to be using the AMD Ryzen 7 9700X. There's a couple different versions of this. So, Paul, what are those?
So the 9700X, we have the non-X version, and I'm not sure if there's a 9700X 3D yet or not. Might be.
Possibly. Dreamweaver meant, oh, nice. You want a Z80E from Asus. ROG.
Nice.
That's all that's in there. That's all Asus ROG. I love them, no matter what. All right. Now, once you put your processor in, if anybody has questions on how to put a processor in, please let us know. Zach, just offhand, how do you tell which side is up?
So every processor, doesn't matter if we're looking at a red chip or a blue chip. We've got a red chip here up in the top left-hand corner. On our chip is a little gold triangle. On our motherboard, silk screened is a triangle. As long as we match that triangle up with the corner, we cannot make a mistake. We also
let's see here.
want to, for sure, add our thermal paste to our machine.
Yes.
This time.
So thermal paste, there's several different ways to put it on, but how do you know if you put on too much?
It will ooze out the side, and you don't want that. You want on an AMD processor chipset like we have here, about the size of a pea. If you don't know what a pea is, it's those little green balls and chicken fried rice. It's very good. They're healthy for you. In a big old
Diameter, not the
pile
ball. You don't need the
of
whole.
them, they're not the best, but mixed in with some rice and some chicken and carrots and eggs.
I believe
really
in
yummy.
French it's pronounced edamame.
I love edamame. Oh my
is the
god,
same
I
thing?
could survive on that.
So I think edamame are peas. Maybe
No,
there's
they're
some
edamame.
beans.
I
They're a
thought
type of
that
bean.
was-
They're a close cousin of
They're
the pea.
a pea bean. A bean.
Close cousin.
It's
There we go.
It's what is it? It's a sun-dried pea.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Grape.
Yeah.
Learned here first, people.
Green grapes are also peas.
We're-
Green raisins.
Dreamweaver mentioned that they weren't prepared for the amount of pressure needed for the CPU. Was second guessing themselves. Yeah, I can definitely tell that. I mean, see that happening because it does. You've got to kind of crank some things down periodically, and it's always like I don't want to over tighten it or it's gonna break. Yeah. All right. Speaking of things that will not break, let's talk about what Zach has in his hand. It may look like a carburetor, but it's actually the pump for the cooling system for the CPU. And for that, we're going to have an AIO, and that is going to be a CLX Quench 360 AIO in black with RGB. This is one of our new ones. Looks smart. So when you're installing these, I'm going to have the guys give you some tips as to what you need to keep in mind.
Yeah, so these are going to come with a few different sets of hardware. So that's what Zach has separated out already for us. The brackets you see him putting on the side of the pump, those are for AMD sockets. If you were using a different chip, you'd want to grab the brackets for that one. But you just make sure you get your right brackets on, and from there it's pretty straightforward.
Oh, yeah. I'm saving up for a streaming PC. Me too. Let's see here. What was just there? Oh, yeah. Kissano said, I've genuinely ruined 3 motherboards because of my inability of going slow and carefully. Oh, story of my life. Title of my hairline.
Take notes, do not hire Kissano.
Well, hopefully we will solve all of those questions about that today and in all of our other shows. Temperance is in the house. Oh, yeah. What up? How's it going?
So, in other words, he's not a very good speedrunner.
That's true.
Okay. Now, when you're tightening these down, obviously you want, like you mentioned, the pumps on the side or top. But tighten this down is a very specific way you have to do it. Zach?
Yeah, so what you want to do is you want to not go in a circle around, but you want to bounce from corner to corner. If we go in a circle, we are applying pressure to one side and not evenly dispersing the pressure. And that can cause some good damage to our motherboard or our processor. And by good damage, I mean Good boy. We're going to be buying another motherboard processor.
Adios.
Yep.
Adios, amigo.
So I would
Now-
I would just go in the circle, and if you're playing with a Threadripper, definitely use the little Threadripper turnkey. You'll know what you're playing with if you got one of those bad boys.
Playboy Savage in the house. Hello. Welcome. Now, there's going to be two cables usually coming off of your AIO, which we'll have Paul explain in a second. So when you're routing those cables, what's the best way to do that to keep it clean?
Yeah, so what we want to do is just find our AIO header or liquid pump header or liquid cooler header or CPU header, and we just want to plug our fan header into that, and we'll be good to go. This one also does have RGB, so we'll want to be sure to plug our RGB in, and I'm going to plug that in with our fans so they all get synced together.
That's awesome.
Synced together?
Sure. Synced.
Yeah.
I think synced
All right.
is right. I like synced.
Synced,
together, though.
synkish,
Like it
synkish or
synced up.
sunkish?
With a Y, not an I. Mm-hmm. You know?
Because it's not a ship sinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ship sinking.
Yep.
So we're talking Titanic build, yeah?
Oh yeah.
This one's
No,
going down.
This one's Miley
Lord.
Cyrus. This one's a party in the USA all
right.
day long.
Speaking of this one being a party in USA, guess what we've got? We've got our first code. Let's go. It's CLX-Q26K. That is the number. That's the number. The letter Q as in Quebec. 26. K as in kilo. Or Karen.
Just
Or
so
killed,
all of
or
you
kebab.
people know, because Jason and I found out the hard way live on stage, it is CLX dash. There is a dash, because I was not reading the dash, and my codes weren't working. So if you do enter in your stuff, be sure to do CLX dash, then the next codes, or AMD. I was just giving out AMD codes, and I was just like, AMD JP6Y, and they're like, it's not working. And I'm like,
Look up.
AMD dash.
Yeah. Got to put the prefix in there. It's very
Bam.
important.
I
There's your
just
first code,
assumed
CLX codes.
numbers, hyphens, and dots are just auto-populated.
And just tell them at the beginning, hey, all of these codes are going to be for AMD dash, and then you go from there.
Yep.
So anyways, your
Where do you input
CLX
the
codes.
code?
That's a good question. CLX codes are going to be worth 50 extra entries, and we've got more coming up later on the show. But first, let's talk about the RAM. So for our memory, we're going to be using two 16-gig sticks of XPG DDR5 6000 in black and RGB. This board is going to look really colorful. I'm loving it. Now, if you've never installed RAM before, if you've never installed RAM before, as the instruction manual will probably tell you, please read the directions. You want to start in lanes 2 and lane 4. I know your instinct is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 2 and 4 first, then 1 and 3 if you have more. Zach or Paul, you want to explain that?
Yeah, that's what our motherboard manual says the first RAM slots that the CPU looks at. So we just want to follow our RAM or our motherboard specs.
All right. And speaking of motherboard specs, we've got a really cool thing here when we're installing the hard drive, and that's an M.2, but we've got to put it under something, and that is going to be a heatsink. So, best practices, Zach,
Yeah,
when it comes to installing these.
Whenever we install our heatsink, we always want to peel our peels off of our thermal pads. This is essentially the solid version of the liquid paste that we put underneath there. It just helps transfer heat. If your motherboard does not have thermal pads or heat sinks, it is a-okay. It's not super de-duper needed. But just peel those and you'll be good. And also, like our memory modulars being in slots 2 and 4, our motherboard manual does tell us to populate the top slot first. So that's why you always install your operating drive up.
Nice. And this system is going to be a 1 terabyte Team Group G50 NVMe M.2. It is I would say, the smallest solid state style than everything else. Dreamweaver mentioned, speaking of RAM, I needed more pressure than expected to click those in too. Had to reseat them after first booting. Oh, yeah, boys.
Yeah, it can take some pressure sometimes. You don't want to be pushing too hard because they might be in backwards. But good on you, Dreamweaver, to reseat them and do all that, figure that out. That's some good troubleshooting.
Yeah. It is better to be safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up, I had a poster directly across from my bed on the wall, and it was Murphy's Laws. And it was all of Murphy's Laws. One of them was, if it jams, force it. If it breaks, it needed replacing anyways. This is not one of those cases. Your caution is appreciated. Oh, yeah, Codenomics, by the way, got to see their PC get built this morning. Congratulations.
Very nice.
Wants to know, should he name it after a Yu-Gi-Oh character or name it Biscuits and Gravy?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Name it Joey.
Like,
kinda
you
stuck.
watched it get built this morning?
I think
Like,
Biscuits and Gravy is hilarious.
did we build it?
You must have built it, Zach.
Was I building it? Were you watching me watch? Is that why you want to name it something Yu-Gi-Oh? Because you saw me watching Yu-Gi-Oh while I was building your computer? Because that's what I was doing this morning. I was watching
Busted.
Yu-Gi-Oh, building a computer.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh. Not too fast, Yugi. Your grandpa's cards. Such a good show.
So, notice what Zach is doing right here. He laid the case down, and he's installing something that needs to be there for the motherboard, and luckily we don't have to put any more in. They usually come already installed, but they're called
standoffs.
Thank you. I'm apparently having strokes today. Standoffs. Why do we need standoffs?
Standoffs are what our motherboard is going to mount into. Those are there to separate the back of the motherboard from the frame of the chassis. So we wouldn't want to screw our motherboard directly into the chassis because that will cause it to short out and could break it.
And I had biscuits and gravy for breakfast.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
This is one of the first times I think I can remember on this show. For how many years have we been doing this? 3 or 4? But I don't think we've ever had to install standoffs before on the main show.
Yeah, there's typically just one. When you're using an ASRock board, they have a 10th standoff hole that the other manufacturers don't have. So.
Getcha. All right. Now you want to make sure your IO shield lines up. If for some reason, and I say this because it's actually happened, if for some reason your motherboard does not line up with all of the things, it matches up with the IO space, but none of the PCIEs and things are lining up, you may have a board that requires a different size case. Paul?
Yeah, so this size that we're using here is ATX. That's called the form factor if you're looking it up or configuring a PC on your own. So you want to make sure the motherboard form factor matches the case form factor. So this is an ATX case, so it can fit an ATX motherboard. And then if you're using a smaller motherboard, those will always fit in a bigger case. So you could fit an MATX board into an ATX case, but you could not fit an ATX motherboard into an MATX case.
So first of all, Kissano mentions a little more information on those 3 motherboards that went down. It said, yeah, worst part was 2 were Aorus Pro motherboards. That hurts. That just, ouch. That's a big ouchie. Now this is fun. Codenomics mentions, I actually know nothing about the show. My daughter and I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out what he was watching during breakfast. I was thinking about Zork Necrophades. Necrophades. No, it's Necrophades.
I was eating biscuits and gravy and watching Yu-Gi-Oh for breakfast.
What season are you on?
Season 1. I only just started it the other day. Nice. I don't know what it is, but I like the original, just Yu-Gi, hits home for me, and I think it's It's the nostalgia. I do remember going and watching it.
Yeah.
Like, I do remember watching Pokemon, but, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was cool.
watching.
Are they getting like the
Yeah.
stars for the tournament?
Yeah, they're on the tournament island right now.
That's what's up.
Nice. All right. Now, the radiator is what he's handling right now, and that is part of the pump that we talked about earlier, but we didn't really talk about where the pump goes. So, there's several different ways to cool your PC, to cool the CPU in your PC. One of them is this. Paul, can you go through the different types?
Yeah, this is AIO liquid cooling is what we're using here. This is probably my favorite way to cool your CPU. These things come out of the box with coolant inside of them. You don't need to add any fluid or worry about anything like that. I've been using the same one in my system for many, many years. But if liquid cooling isn't your thing, you can go with an air cooler, and those are fine as well. But if you can get like a triple rad like this, a 360 AIO, the cooling it provides is just amazing. And if you're wanting to go all out, you can do an open loop where we custom bend the tubes. You get to pick the color of the fittings and the fluid, and those things just look really awesome.
Yeah.
I think on Tournament Island is one of it's either Joey or Tristan just yeets one of the Millennium items out into the forest. And it's like, bro,
oh God,
what are you doing? Keep that. Give that to you.
Yeah.
Now, so let's talk about the radiators, where you want to mount them, how you want to mount them, and obviously there's fans attached to them. That's part of the 8 GameDS Aeolus 120 black fans that have RGB in them. Paul, what's the plan here? What is the default way that you should always look at installing this?
All right, so the big thing when you're installing your AIO is where these tubes go into the radiator, where you can see my finger right here, where they come into the radiator. You want this above your pump. Now, this is the top of the case. Zach has it this way so you can mount the radiator to the case. So we can mount them on the side here, but putting the whole radiator above it is always a great idea because there's always going to be a small amount of air inside these radiators from the factory, and we want to try to prevent that from going into the pump.
So, Localist, my lord, says, don't know how to maintain liquid cooling, but it seems effective. Okay, let me tell you, my middle name is Utz. It's Utz.
The chips?
And nope, it's going to be with different formats. There's going to be nuts, putts, cluts. There's a whole lineage of things. Because that's what I was afraid of. I almost went with an open loop for this guy, but I was so terrified that I'm gonna kill it all if I accidentally drop anything anywhere. And yeah, in hindsight, I should have done it with the distro plate. But yeah, there's multiple different ways. I watched a farmer, and sometimes he picks up chicken, shouts yeet. Wow. Yeet. Nice.
The motorcyclist. Has anybody seen that one?
Oh.
That's all I'm gonna say on that one.
Seen a motorcyclist or the?
There's a new motorcyclist video. He's getting like swarmed by little kids, and
oh God.
that's all I'll say. He picks one of them up, and then the next thing you know, the kid is starfishing through the air into a field of I don't know.
See that dude get yeeted by the bison?
Yeah.
Or the buffalo?
Oh my God.
That's on him, my guy. Like,
yeah,
that's a big creature.
I laughed so hard because there's literally massive signs as you roll through there. They're like, do not approach, stay this far away. If they're coming, don't move your car, just sit there. And these idiots get out of their car and go and try and get right next to it. That's why the instructions are there for a reason. And it's there because enough people were stupid enough to try and do it, they had to go like, all right, there we go. It's kind of like the small pieces that come with toys that you got to assemble for your kids, and it says this can be a choking hazard, or or don't plug this in while water. You know, they'll sort it out. Because enough people did it, they had to make a warning about it.
The dude messed up. If the guy had gone out there and started off by saying, all right, TikTok, we're doing our new challenge here. Slapping this bison on the booty.
Yeah.
it's a TikTok challenge, then nobody's getting upset about it because it's.
I'll be honest, that sounds like something that would be on TikTok.
The next Tide Pod eating, whatever we're doing, people gotta have fun doing something.
Mini Cos Gaming. Apparently the guy says he's okay, but the FAPO was real quick. Yes. Yeah, he around and found out. Oh my goodness.
Spin your partner around and around.
I bet a couple people go through that. A friend of mine was where was he at? He was in Alaska somewhere, I want to say, and there was a moose. Little Mussolini, big dude, and was walking and kind of leaned over and scratched on the car, and they're like, do we roll the window down and pet him now or no? And he turned, and so she tried it, and his girlfriend tried it, and she's just cracked it to touch him, and he turns around and looks right into the window and starts sniffing, and she had an apple. So she's like, here, take it. And fed a wild moose.
Oh, man.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
There's signs when I go to the park that say, don't feed the wild animals. And they're just talking about the geese.
It was a free-range apple, so it's okay.
It was a Canadian apple, too.
There we go.
So that's what made it better. I assume Canada
Alligators-
has their own apples.
Wait a minute, hold on. Alligators are not friend-shaped? What did I miss? You wouldn't want an open loop because draining and cleaning every 6 months. Oh, that's something to talk about. For opens, that as a maintenance thing, it's every 6 months, yes?
That's a good practice, yeah.
Okay. And I've been told, do not pet the swamp kitties. Yeah, I found that out in Windrose because there's alligators and crocodiles in that game, and they are evil. I mean, the fruits of the devil evil. They're really mean. Yeah. If you ever just go down a YouTube rabbit hole, just type in alligators or crocodiles in Florida. It's the best thing you've ever done. Let's see here. Netrunner, welcome. How's it going? I'm glad to have you here. Let's start with your question. Is with this. It says, hello, quick question. Is it possible to swap the fans on the MSI RTX 5080 Supreme liquid radiator so they're mounted on the opposite side? I'd like to have them set up as intake instead of exhaust. Is there any downside or reason not to do it? So I'm new to building PCs. Well, listen, you're in the perfect environment. There is no such thing as a bad question here. And that is an excellent question. Paul.
Yeah, it's a great question. So you definitely can. There are holes on the other side of that radiator where you can mount fans. The only thing to keep in mind is usually the fan cables that come on those video cards are pretty short. So if they can reach to the other side, then yeah, no problem. And if they can't, you can just unscrew them and turn the fan around itself. To make them intake instead of exhaust. The big thing there is you want the fans to be pushing air through the radiator as opposed to pulling it, because that will provide better cooling. You can definitely set them up to where they're pulling air through, and it's not going to break anything. It's going to run fine, but you get better cooling if you're pushing air through.
In my personal opinion, push pull.
Yes.
There you go. You can add 2 fans
Push
to the
pull.
other side.
Gee, what's that?
So if you were to add 2 more fans to the other side, that would be a push pull where you have fans on both sides of your radiator. But you do want to make sure they are all the same fans, so that they're all blowing at the same speed.
And all of this also is assuming that there's not many other radiators in there, because if you have a radiator on your graphics card and you have a heat sink, then you'll be fine. But like if you have 2 different radiators, then you are going to need to make sure you have room for all of that fun stuff as well.
Splatum Back TV. I like that name. Says cable management is my least favorite of this process, and I will agree with you. Just on principle, when I built my first PC, it was this cube thing, and I bought the parts myself and was like, all right, I can do this. and I had to dismount that motherboard 6 times because I screwed it in and was like, all right, put the parts together and didn't even think about cable management. And then I'm like, oh God, I don't know how to put that into there. And how does that go? And why is that there? And it took 6 hours. 6 hours. My cable management was terrible for me. But Zach is a cable management master. So yeah, definitely pay attention to that one. Temperance is talking to Dreamweaver about you actually have a friend that wrestled gators professionally, and it bit one of his arms, and he has permanent scar and a loss of muscle. That's not a good story, but it's a story. I have another friend that did the dumb and lost the tip of one of his fingers. I almost read that as hip, and now he's platform 9 3/4. Love it, and I will agree with Temperance that it is. The craziest thing is watching one of them climb a chain link fence. That's why the fence is there.
A gator?
They're not supposed to be able to climb it. Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, man.
No, that's why you get the guy down to the facility to make sure that the power gets turned back onto the electric fences.
That's right.
Clever girl.
Yes. By the way, we have another code. And this is going to be an AMD code worth 100 extra entries. It's AMD dash. So we know. AMD dash. CS. Sorry, CSFB. Charlie Sierra Foxtrot Papa. I've been trying to really. This is number 2. Yeah. Joey Wheels in the house. Let's go. Now, so let's start. So since this is a great piece of conversation because it will help everybody no matter whether you've seen it before or not. So let's talk about the cable management because that is extremely essential, and for a couple different reasons. Let's start with why cable management is so important.
Yeah, cable management is important because it just makes your life easier when you're building. So the way we do it here is we separate it out in 3 different parts. So Zach's already got his case cables already managed and tied up, so he's not going to have to worry about those for the rest of the build. As you can see now, he's plugging in all the fans to the fan controller, then he'll manage those, and then we'll put the power supply into those cables. So some people would argue that cable management, it's good because it helps restrict airflow, or it helps reduce the restriction of airflow, which is true. That being said, I think it's mostly an aesthetic thing and it looks nice. The big thing where it can come in to help is especially on the fans when you're troubleshooting. Sometimes a fan cable gets loose and one fan's not on, and so you can easily pinpoint which cable that is if it's all neatly organized.
Excellent. Sorry, I cracked my knuckles on the glass part of the desk.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, that hurts. Okay, now,
and then there's also always the PSA because we did go over this in Houston. Ladies, if a guy's trying to flex on you with his machine, look at that tie-up job. If that tie-up job is not good enough for you, get out of there.
I'm dead. She just walks in the room. Take off the back of your PC.
Yep, not good enough.
Hey, girl, you want a Netflix and chill? Yeah, once you take the back off your PC.
Yeah, stop playing Fortnite. and get
if they don't clean their PC, like dust it out. Oh, yeah. Another crazy sign. So things to pay attention to for damn it. Things to keep in mind when it comes to cable management. Let's start with the fans. Zach, what is your, before we get to the case cables, let's talk about the fan cables, because those are the first things you set up. What is your best recommendation for somebody who's brand new to doing it? Can you just point out what you did where?
Yeah, so we've got case stuff going right there, and then our fans are right here. Not every fan is going to have a nice little hub, but if you do have that nice little hub, the best way that I plug fans in, because I am not a tech side, I just want super simple troubleshooting. Fan 1, fan 2, fan 3, fan 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just go in a nice circle from here, and you will be set.
clockwise.
I like doing it that way because if, let's say, fan 6 isn't spinning, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'd be this fan right here. Let's say this fan is spinning but not glowing. I can come back here and be like, oh, well, yeah, that's because fan 6 is half plugged in. Pull it out, plug it back in, and it's working perfectly again. So that just makes troubleshooting that much simpler. And then same thing with our case cables. Case cables are going to vary per case.
What are case cables? Let's start with that.
Yeah. Your case cables are your power button, your HD audio, and USBs. Now, the USBs is where you'll get different per case. You'll have 3.0s and 2.0s and Type Cs. You just want to make sure that all those get plugged in. But again, like I said, it makes more sense to me to have them separated into groups of 3 instead of having the entire bundled up. If we have everything bundled up and we need to replace one of these little fan cables, we would have to undo everything. Whereas this way, I can just undo this unit here, change out what needs to be changed out, and we are back to...
Yeah, those little Velcro straps are so important. But yeah, once you get your PC, if for some reason you got to replace something, I highly recommend recording. If you can, record what you're doing as you're taking things apart, but also take pictures of everything with your phone so that you know, okay, this is what it looked like. And that's what I want to get it back to. And that will help on that one. Netrunner brought up a really good thing. Says, awesome. Thanks, guys. I just bought another AIO for the CPU, and I'll be using an Antec C8 full tower case for this dual build setup. What? That sounds ballin'. I'm going to try mounting the GPU radiator fans behind the radiator first so they push air through. That doesn't work out. I'll just flip them around on the same side. So that's kind of a push-pull, right?
If they're just on one side, it'll just either be a push or a pull. But yeah, if you can get them on both, that would be a push-pull. And yeah, that's great. We've built in the Antec C8s. They're a great case.
Yep.
But single direction. Mm-hmm. If one is pushing, the other one's got to be pulling. If you got both of them pushing, it cancels each other out.
Correct.
Yep.
And if you do both pulling, and if they're both pulling, well, then your graphics card sucks. Or at least the air does. Now, zip ties are a fun thing, easy and cheap. They're a great way to help with your cable management. There is an abundance, well, I say abundance. There's 6 different Fantex Velcro strips in there to help with baseline, like with your basic audio, your basic cable management, which is always fun. Zach is the guy. Zach, if a guy is going to try and flex on someone with a PC, it damn well better be mine.
All right.
Codenomics says, I can't wait to get my rig here and get spun up and see how good it looks on the beast. Hey, and by the way, Codenomics, hopefully you're in our Discord, discord.gg/CLX Gaming. We have a whole thread for people who purchase CLX PCs. We want to see them set up. We want to see it in the environment. We want to know how you're using it, and the joy. Speaking of which, are you going to be doing gaming, streaming, or both? Excellent question, Flows. Are those fan hubs controllable via the OS or just remote? Ask Codenomics.
That is a good question. So these fans here can be controlled both ways. So there's going to be a remote outside of the case. So this is what you have in your build, Codenomics. You'll get a remote that you can change them. And as long as your motherboard has an RGB header, which I'm sure it does, we wired into that as well. So you can do both.
Well, there's definitely reason to clean my desk now because I swear my remote was right here. I was going to show it, but oh well. Bad panda. Let's see. Can you rate my build, says Captain West. Well,
sure.
Let's see what the kids got.
Discord, yeah. We'll give you a live reaction.
Let us
know
while we're getting that
Discord, and we will check it out.
Hell, you can. Well, if you want to, you can put the specs in here if you want. By the way, what we're pulling out right now is your PSU, and that's not. It usually stands for Portland State University, but not in this case. It's a power supply unit. This is how you're going to power everything. So, Paul, walk us through the types of PSUs there are and the pros and cons.
Yeah, so you have modular, non-modular, and semi-modular. This one that we're using for this build is a non-modular, so all those power cables are pre-soldered in. And so we'll have some extras that we'll bundle up. This case has a good PSU shroud that we can tuck the unused cables into. Modular would be none of the cables are pre-soldered in. You just plug in the ones you need and use those and keep the rest for if you upgrade later. And semi-modular is a little bit of both.
Little column A, little column B. Speaking of which, Lord Localist, my lord, said, I'm going to do that every time I say your name. It says, real quick, is it normal to run BO6 on a 1050i base office computer?
BO6. It makes me think of Battlefield
Black
6.
Ops 6.
Oh, Black Ops 6. I didn't even know there was a Black Ops 6.
Come on, guys, get your head in the COD game.
Jeez.
I'm going to say, you can try it out, but I don't know how well that's going to work. Also, it's on a computer. It's on a company PC, so.
Yeah, I definitely run it at 1080, but I don't know how well it's going to do.
Yeah.
Make sure HR isn't in the room when you're in those lobbies.
Yes. Agreed. I was in the Discord, did a server purge, and I think I got caught in the purge. Understandable. Well, guess what? Bump. Now you can follow that and do it again. Doing it again, my friend. Lord Localist, my lord, says I bought it from an office. Don't worry. Yes, I thought you were like, listen, I know what I'm doing, and I'm always taking. I know it takes me 5 minutes to do 8 hours of work, so I'm gonna be playing this in the office. And I'm just thinking, there's many ways that could go wrong. But yeah, no. There you go. And so here's a question I'm going to ask, because I've done this sometimes. When other people upgrade their systems, oftentimes they just don't do anything with their old graphics card. So you might want to keep an eye out, like maybe even on Craigslist or something, if that's still a thing. Or if a friend is upgrading, hey, I'm getting a new fifth. Great. Can I borrow your 20? Your 2070, your 2080, or whatever, because, or you buy it, hell, but that way you're not, having to cash the bank in to get something, in my opinion. Or just come right here, build a new one. Kidding. All right. Now, while we get that done, I do want to jump back over to the Summerween. So again, the Oracle, which is one of the greatest cases I think has ever been created for design wise until now. That wasn't me.
Someone did something.
Yeah.
There's gonna be
Someone catch a Pokemon just now?
I don't know what happened. But anyway, sorry, I got all distracted. Jesus. Where was I at? Oh, yeah, there's going to be other exclusive limited edition, because sometimes we just do things for a certain season, and the Scary is coming out during Summerween. Here we go. And Nicole can provide us with dates as to when that starts even. One thing that's really cool is
sweaty skeletons dancing in the sun.
I love your videos, man. Thank you, Curtis. How's it going? Love your videos. Howdy. Hello, welcome. Over on the red side. The way it's flooding here. Oh, the way it's flooding here in Texas, I might catch a catfish.
Woohoo!
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so I hope you're safe from the flooding and are okay. That's the first bit of business. The second thing I'm going to ask is, how are you going to cook it?
Take it to
like
the
jambalaya,
papador.
put it in. You can fry it. You can sear it. Eat it like sushi. I wouldn't recommend that. That's actually a terrible idea for sushi.
Sushi catfish?
Roll it in some swamp weed.
DJ just
Oh,
made
yeah.
a new dish.
Listen, catfish is not bad if you know how to do it
I
right.
make a lot of catfish.
What is
now.
etouffee?
Etouffee, yes.
I think it's just like a shrimp.
It's like, well,
dish.
there's
I mean, you
like
can do all
crawdad
sorts, but
etouffee, shrimp etouffee.
it's like a saucy thing.
I didn't know if it was like rice or gumbo or is it jumbo?
I was going to say gumbo or jambalaya. Yeah. Lord Localist, my lord, says it's running and sounds like a PS4.
Woohoo!
So it sounds like a small Cessna airplane engine sitting in your room.
There you go.
Get it. Codenomic says all my rigs were office machines strictly for working. Didn't have a gaming machine until November when I bought my current pile of garbage. Now upgrading heavily to my new CLX rig. Dare I ask what the other build had inside of it? I just like, this clearly sounds like it's an issue that you're solving. Oh my god.
Etouffee is a rich, flavorful Louisiana stew.
Okay.
Its name comes from the French word for smothered or suffocated
Oh.
on a bed of rice.
Oh.
Yum yum.
So Gator etouffee? Oh my god. There is a restaurant. It's like a shack style restaurant that is like 5 minutes outside of Bourbon Street, and you get over there and it sits right on the river, right on the bayou, and some of the most incredible food I've ever had in my life. My life. That was where I fell in love with jambalaya. I fell in love with gator. Do you know how many different things you can do with alligator meat?
Oh man, you can
There's
make
a ton.
cowboy boots. You can make
Oh my
vests.
gosh.
You can make hats.
That's the skin. Jesus.
I have one with the meat. It smells pretty bad.
Wait, wash it off first. Make a casserole baked with a fish. Oh. You've seen hot Cheetos sushi, but never
He
catfish?
would get alligator shipped to him from his family.
I made a
Codenomics.
teriyaki catfish the other day. It was really good.
Sounds so good.
That sounds, honestly, that sounds so good, dude. Codenomic says it is less hardware and more the issues that the big name manufacturer refuses to help with. They told me to take it to the BB where I bought it, well, Best Buy, where I bought it to fix it. And we can guess how that turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Hashim mentions, I stay away from seafood at the moment. The microplastics scene is scary.
The guy from
It's the
DreamCon is
guy
here.
from DreamCon. Hey, it's the guy that
What?
was at DreamCon.
Keaton.
Yo! Keaton!
Yeah.
Keaton, there we go. Welcome to the show, my friend. So glad you got the chance to see the show on live out there at DreamCon. That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Did you have fun at DreamCon? What was your favorite thing at DreamCon?
Mine?
No, his.
Keaton.
Theirs.
Yeah. I hope you got to go for all 3 days. We was just there Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning. But next time I'll convince them to let me go all 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been to a convention in ages, actually, ironically. Let's see. Hashim mentions meeting the one and only Zach, of course, duh. Minicost Gaming. I don't know why I have to sing your name, but I do. Because watching the build live at DreamCon was super neat, to be honest. That's fantastic. That is great to hear. Straight up great to hear. And yeah, I'm not going to disparage any other business. I have my own opinions, and so I'm just going to say there we go. That's my review.
Nice. Yeah.
All right.
Building up on stage was definitely super sick. Considering the fact that Ivory was like, yes, you guys are going to be building in this small room off to the side. No. Ha! Joke's on you. You're on the main game stage where they do all their fighting. And then we had to clear off the stage because they were getting ready for a league fight, the True League, Rocket League, and having a good tournament about it.
Why do
then
I get the
went-
feeling like Ivory already knew it was in the big room, but just told you the small room because he wanted to screw
Right.
with you?
Yeah.
Chilicon One says, now I want gumbo. Yes. Keaton says, hopefully I win the online giveaway. You know what? Everybody's got good chances. We're going to be getting those codes going all. Yes, you would, Ivory. Yeah. And so, Zach, that was your first time doing a stage build at a con, yeah?
We did Vegas.
Oh, there we go. That's right.
You, Paul, and I did Vegas. But yeah,
That's
first
right.
one in
We
2
did.
years.
Has it been that long? It feels like it was just like in the spring. Now, we're talking over the fact that we got a chance to see the install of the graphics card. So, Paul, let's talk about our normal things with the graphics card. It's a 2-fan. Is it a 2-fan or 3-fan?
Yep, this is a 2-fan model.
Okay. And obviously, this is going to be a Radeon. There we go. A Radeon RX 9060 XT, which is, if I'm not mistaken, pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're
now,
going to be gaming
this
on
case,
it right after this, so you guys can see how it plays. We'll do a little bit of benchmarking as well.
One thing to note, people, when you are getting your graphics card in there, is you saw what Zach had, and that is called an anti-sag bracket. Some cases come with them, some cases don't. But if you need it, Zach's going to tell you how to use it.
Yes, so if we do have a graphics card that blows out past our motherboard, and it's a little bit on the bigger or heavier side, that is where we would be using our anti-sag bracket. We really like the ones that attach to the case, like this Vantex one. There are also some nice ones that attach to the motherboard as well to help hold up, but it is recommended to have it. What happens is with a bigger card, you can see I'm just softly pushing this down, and I can give it a little bit of force to push it down. But what a heavier card does is it just auto does that because of the weight, and that puts a lot on our PCI lane. So having that held up is very nice. And then, you know, also it's the year of the 2026, so everybody should be going to LAN parties because that should definitely be the norm today. Slumber parties and LAN parties definitely should make a comeback. But yeah, you know, want to make sure all your stuff is always secure. So if your graphics card is long enough, have a nice little anti-sag bracket in there to help it out.
Real quick, so Captain West was asking about getting his PC, getting their PC rated. What'd you guys think? So, it may have deleted it, but guess what? I'm a mod. I can see it. Ha! So it says it's an Asus Tough Gaming OC Edition 5090 Ryzen with a Ryzen 9 9950X3D and MSI Mag Core Liquid 360 with an AIO Corsair Vengeance DDR5 6400 at 6000. The X870 Tomahawk Wi-Fi MSI board, I'm assuming, and the PSU is a 1000 watt with an NZXT case.
Sounds pretty good.
Dog. I'm gonna say, yeah, bruh, you got some good stuff. Is there anything that you want to add, Zach, to cable management? The way, because I know we were talking over it a lot, but we had some really great questions in there about that. So, just by pointing, show us what you did, real quick.
Yes, so we've got our case cables right there, and they're in that nice little line right there. And then we have our fan cables. It's going to be this little Grupo here, and then this little Grupo behind our 24 pin. This is our 24 CPU or our 24 power, and that is not zip tied. It's just held in there with the Velcros. And same thing with our CPUs. Our CPUs are just Velcroed in, and then everything else, like Paul mentioned earlier, this does have a really nice cable cave, so all of that extra cable can just be tucked and stored right down there in that nice little cove.
Awesome, thank you. One of our last questions is Curtis asks, what's the best GPU out there right now? The 5090?
Probably.
Yeah, I would say probably the 5090. Don't get me wrong, Radeons are also bomb, but I'm an NVIDIA guy personally.
Where'd it go? Where'd
Well,
it go? This one right here. This
sort
one right
of.
here. Hold on. This one right here.
A game with
this
that.
beautiful 16 gigabyte.
The Steel Legend.
70 XT.
Woo!
This is even a white card too. This is just a box I had in the background.
I feel like you needed some sparklers to go up behind you.
10.
Ba-ba-da-bum. All right, let's get started with putting this thing together. And while we're going to do that, I'm going to take all of you fun people on an amazing adventure. Let's show you how to actually get your hands on your own insanely incredible PC. At clxgaming.com, we try and make it as easy as possible for you to get the PC of your dreams that's going to meet your needs and do what you want it to do. Now, there's lots of different options. As you can see, we've got everything from small form factor, several different mid towers, and then full towers. So decide if you want a biggie or if you want a smallie. Those are all great. When you go to configure, okay, that was where the distro plate is. Every time I see that, I love it. When you go to the configurator, this is where you're going to pick and choose everything. And don't worry, you can't screw it up. But let's start with the fact that we've got your case. Find your case, do it. And if you see a case maybe that has designs on it, and you like that, click on that one. Unless it says sold out. As we roll up, you get to choose your fans here, your lighting here. And then we go to core components. Yeah. Here's where you get the nuts and the bolts of all of your stuff. So, first off, you got to choose your processor. We have everything. We have AMD, we've got Intel, we've got Radeon, we've got Nvidia. All the specs, all the best. You choose. There's no way to lose. And then graphics cards are going to happen. So notice how that little green button turned yellow? People are always afraid to use configurators. Like, I'm going to screw it up and then it's not going to work. Nope, can't do it. In this case example, we selected a graphics card that's too big for the power supply that was selected. So the system is going to say, all right, if you want this power supply, you got to use one of these graphics cards. But if you want this graphics card, you're going to have to use one of these power supplies. Once you solve the problem and fix it, the little yellow light goes back to green. There we go. The build page is pretty clean. I agree. So from there, you get to choose everything from your RAM. Now, one thing to note, just to make sure, because I didn't see it at first, there are tabs based on the speed that you want. So if you want 6400, you want 6000, you want 5600, you got to choose that and then choose from the list that's in there. And then after that, everything's clean. We've got cable mods, which are just, they're aesthetically, they look great. Secondary hard drives, and then your other PCIe cards. Then we jump over to the Foundry. In the Foundry, this is where you can start choosing if you want an open loop or a closed loop. It also lets you choose if you want to upgrade your thermal paste. Upgraded thermal paste can have some advantages. If you want your CPU overclocked, we can do it. You want your GPU overclocked, we can also do that. You want them both overclocked? Absolutely. We can definitely do all of those things. So once you decide on that, we get to the peripherals area. When I say we are a one-stop shopping center for all things you could possibly need gamer or streamer line, let's take a look at accessories. Okay. Now, so once you get to accessories, this is the best part. You can get yourself CLX Gaming t-shirts. We've got hats. We've got windbreakers. We've got beanies. All right there. Personally, I love the purple windbreaker, and it is solid. It's actually a really solid deal. And then from there, you're going to move your way across. So you need a keyboard. We got them. You want it with or without the 10 keys, because a TKL is without the 10 key, and a various different wireless or wired. Two different questions that you can answer yourself. Heading over to mice, or the mouses. We're still working on that one. The mice are really great because you can choose, again, corded or cordless, and see what different features or ergonomic options there are available for it. From there, we've got the next big one is controllers. And if you're into flying games, I love flying games, you can check it out because we've got everything you could possibly need for that, especially Star Citizen players. We got that full set of headsets. Once again, wired or wireless, and then determined on what you want for sound. You know, take a look at the different options. We've got microphones, and this is a really fun part for you content creators. We got beacon mics. I think we have the HyperX G. We have the beacon mics and the beacon mix create. Great combo pack. The beacon mix create is, as you can see, it's got a little screen on it and 4 dials. It's a touch screen, so you can manage your entire stream's activity right there on your fingertips with just one hand. It's fantastic. Down from there, we've got a litany of other things, including speakers and monitors. One thing I do want to point out for the monitors, everybody, look for the highest resolution that you're looking for. There are multiple tabs because there are different things. And if you get one at the higher end, everything below will work. Stream decks. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I don't have the. That should be the next one. You think?
Okay. Oh, that was the screen.
Oh, those are the LCD displays. Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll have Ivory figure that out once he stops giving out codes. And then we've got everything from your boxing to routers to chairs, and that means literally it's a one-stop shopping center. Now, that sounds really complex, and yeah, God, it's a lot of information. So we've got another area. It's called Ready to Ship, or RTS. The RTS area is designed to make it as simple as possible for you to get it. So we've got them in 4 different levels. There's entry level, mid-range, high performance, and then ultra high performance. This will give you a good idea of, because these are all pre-builts. This will give you a good idea of what you're getting for your money, and you can also pop it in the configurator once you select it and make any little adjustments that you need. These right here are RTS builds. They're built, tested, and waiting for a home, and who knows? That home might just be yours. So, with that being said, for all of your future PC, gaming, streaming, work needs, head on over to clxgaming.com. See what we can do for you. Okay. Oh my God. I'm going to be honest, and I know there's going to be people who are going to disagree with me, especially Temperance, but I think this rivals the Oracle.
This one's pretty sick.
That's wicked. Absolutely wicked. All right, so now I've got it plugged in. Let's see what the power looks like. Oh, God, it's bright. I love it. Like, it's darkness with black light style. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. Awesome job. And that is for our friend Mark Edding, also known as Marketing. Yeah. So, this show usually happens it will happen in 2 spots or 2 pieces. In just a few moments, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, you're going to spend the afternoon with Zach and Paul as he builds things and games on things. In fact, he's going to game on this one right here. So we're going to see how the performance is from the build, which is awesome. All right. So this show happens every Tuesday and Thursday, starting at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 Eastern. On Tuesdays, we are here on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. On Thursdays, we're exclusively over on TikTok. You don't want to miss that. If you want to find out what's going on, the latest and greatest for all things social media-wise, and to possibly find codes, you can go to YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads at CLX Gaming. For codes, you can go all those places and my stream. And then, if you want to get into the Discord with a bunch of really cool other like-minded PC enthusiasts, discord.gg/CLX Gaming. All right. So, once again, and I didn't get a chance to announce the last one because I was talking too much. It was Dream F7TY, Foxtrot, the number 7, Tango, Yankee. There's a dash there, by the way. Dream Dash, and that's worth 200 extra entries. So, incredible. Way to go. Now, and yeah, so with that being said, on behalf of Jason and Kyle and Nicole, because of the designs, Paul and Zach, I'm DJ Blue PDX. Don't go away. There's more coming up after the break. We'll be right back.
Yo, 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 yo! Welcome back, Scooby Gang. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend. I had a blast down at DreamCon. It was a phenomenal event. Thumbs up if you guys were there. I hope you got to see us build a machine for AMD. It was very awesome. Hopefully you also got to see me walking around. If you did see me walking around, that is my cosplay outfit. I just wear a cloak. It's got some patches on it. We had fun. But we've got some new stuff coming out that we want to showcase today. We got the ossuary build right now, and we just finished the Valley of the Kings, right? It's the Valley of the Kings. Yeah. So we've got some new cases coming out. So definitely check out clxgaming.com. Stay informed. What is up? How are you? What's the code? We have given out a couple codes. We've got a DreamCon giveaway that we are giving out, so be sure that you get all of the codes off of all of our services, and that could be a system for you. What is the name of this case? This is the ossuary print. Let me whip it off this back panel real quick so we can get some more viewage upon this. It is glorious. I do like it. It's kind of, we've got a lot of pink lights going on in this room, so it's kind of hard to get a legit color effect of what's going on, but the outside border is pretty much a purple, and then we just warm up to that nice burnt red orange in the middle. So very, very good looking print job. The cobwebs on the front glass up here are very, very good looking as well. All right, but this is the ossuary. Again, go to clxgaming.com. Check it daily for updates for when these will go live. This is the ossuary and the Valley of Kings. All right, hold on. You've not even seen the top yet. We had kitty cats on that other one. Is this just as good as the kitty cats? We've got some skulls with the spider web drip. Again, going from that nice purple to the orange. Definitely a new favorite for a lot of people. Me being one of them. I'm just gonna, we'll leave that there. That looks good right there. Okay, I'm gonna straighten up these cables while we talk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get rid of these.
I am ready whenever, Zach.
Awesome. I am going to kick it over to Paul, but hold on. Before I do that, Paul is gaming on the machine that we just built. So it has a Ryzen 7 9700X on a B850 Riptide motherboard. We have 32 gigabits of 3200 megahertz. And we are on a 9060 XT. That is a 16 gigabit 9016 XT. Go for it, Paul. What you got today?
Alrighty, so this is the very first Valley of the Kings build we've done. Like Zach mentioned, it's the one that we just got done building. So we're going to show you all a little bit of our testing process here. Now this is just kind of a little snippet of what we do. We do a lot more extensive testing when it's actually in that department, but essentially we're showing you after the BIOS has been set and the system has been loaded. This is one of the benchmarking softwares we use. So it's going to be 3D Mark. So I'm going to show you guys this while it collects the info, and then it's going to run it through a test. So this benchmark that we're running, like I said, is 3D Mark. This specific one here is pretty quick. It's about a minute long. But there's a few things you want to look at when you're doing this. If you want to do this at home, you definitely can on your PC just to get a good score of what you're at. But this benchmarking software is going to run the system through its paces, and we're going to be able to take that information that it gives us afterwards to make sure that it's running as it should. If you want to, you can post your results online. You can compare them to other builds of the same type. But this one's just about to get started, so there's going to be 3 numbers at the bottom of the screen that we're going to be looking at as this is going on. Just remember, this isn't a game, this is the actual graphics test. So down there at the bottom you can see FPS, where if you're a gamer like us, we're all familiar with what FPS is. That's frame rate per second. So you can see we're at about 36, and it's going to change scenes as you can see the cuts in the video. So it's going to change a little bit there. It's testing different parts of our hardware. And then that middle number there, that is just climbing, that's frames. So that's the exact frame of the benchmarking test that we are in. That can be very, very useful if maybe when we cut to the next scene here, it causes our PC to crash. It will tell us exactly which frame that we crashed at, and that can help us in the troubleshooting process. Next to that is time. That's just how many seconds have gone by during this test. So we run a lot of these on the PCs. If you buy one from us, we have a long 12-hour burn-in or a stress test period where we are constantly running tests, making sure everything's running up to speed. See the guy's about to get captured here, and then it's going to end. So this is where, if you're into all the numbers and stuff like me, this is where it gets pretty fun. So we have green over here. That's what you want to see. 3738 is our score. Numbers not really important. The better hardware you have, the better number it's going to be. You want this to be in the green range. If this was in the red or orange or something like that, we'd probably have something going on with this PC that we would want to look into. But green is what we want to see. That's good. You can go down. It shows you all your specs and stuff. We're obviously running the Radeon RX 9060 XT with a AMD Ryzen 7 9700X. Processor, and down here is the detailed monitoring section, as you can see. So this is really cool. This shows your frame rate over the time of the test, the temperature that everything was at, CPU and GPU. So this is good. Our temps didn't really get too high. It looks like they peaked at about 54 C for our GPU and almost 47 for our CPU. So that is not concerning at all. That's great, actually. And then there's just more numbers down here, what it was running at, all this good stuff. So this info is really, really good. And like I said, you can validate this and upload this score online and compare it to other people with the same hardware. That's kind of fun to do if you really like the numbers and stuff. And obviously it's spitting out an estimated game performance, which is kind of cool. So that's our benchmarking. Like I said, that's just a quick little snippet of what we do, but I really like showing that. It's a really fun thing to do, especially if you're into this. It's fun to like tweak things. If you're into overclocking, you're like, oh, I want to get higher than 3738, so I'm going to overclock something and see what score I get. So a lot of fun stuff you can do there in that. But if you're not worried about the numbers or the benchmarking stuff, you just care about gaming, that is what we are going to do next. So I've been playing a lot of Forza 6 recently. I don't always play newer games, but I've really liked Forza 6. I haven't played a racing game since like Need for Speed, Underground 2, Most Wanted, and Carbon, I think, were the last ones that I've played. And I kind of just gave up on racing games past that point. But I love Horizon 6. This one is great. So yeah, this one feels like that game, but just a more modern style. So we're going to get this up, and it's a great game for showcasing the performance of the PC as well. It's got a lot of really good visuals. Yeah, it's just really good. So we're going to get into this a little bit, but while this loads up, we can go back to Zach, and he'll let you know where we're at on the build.
Awesome. We are working with some Intel stuff. What's the giveaways? What's the codes? We went to DreamCon this weekend. and had a blast. We built a system live on stage and gave it away to an audience member there. And we built another machine beforehand, and it is currently in a giveaway. We've got a code DREAM, DREAM -F7TY, and we have a code AMD -CSFP. Those codes will get you entered in for that chance to win that one that we still have live for giving away. It is an NV5 with a custom print on it and some very cool AMD gear inside it. Thoroughly enjoyed building it live on stage. I need to fix the one I built because I built one without thermal paste like a knucklehead, and I'm gonna fix that, and then we're gonna test it like Paul said for 12 hours. We will be doing all of the bells and whistles we can to it to make sure everything is great. We also do offer overclocking if you want your processor overclocked or your graphics card overclocked. Our testing guys can do that as well. But if I was to have installed thermal paste on Sunday's build, it would not have been a big long line like that because we were playing on a red chip instead of a blue chip. And those red chips don't require quite as much thermal paste as these blue boys do. But we just want to make sure that we have enough on there to cover it. We don't want any to splooge out, and we want to have enough to where our machine is not getting any overheating issues with it as well. Heat distribution devices, like I was talking about on Sunday, come in all shapes and sizes. Definitely whenever you pick out your components, make sure that you read that little user manual or install manual if it comes with one. Watch a little YouTube's video. Come hang out with us, ask questions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I always recommend that.
So,
Yeah, so
to
there is me
a
building
thermal
live
pasteless
on
processor.
stage
It's a big no-no. Don't
on
do
Sunday.
it.
That is the machine we built. Those are the parts. It was very fun. As you can tell, that's me just nerding out in front of a pretty nice crowd. We need to work on getting us some CLX shirts like that AMD jersey. I know I'm not into sports, but I'm pretty sure Paul would enjoy wearing a hockey jersey.
Oh, a hockey jersey,
A
CLX
hockey jersey,
themed?
CLX.
Nicole, please.
Oh man, Nicole.
Ooh,
we
hey.
need hockey jerseys and refrigerator magnets.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, dude, that case was I thoroughly enjoyed that case a lot. The earth that was on there was super pretty. That's why I had, like, in the initial shot, that's why I had it backward, because I like the back side of the case so much more than the front side of it. Plus the front side, is empty. Don't need to show off the front of a build until you have all of the parts in it. Why am I struggling so much today? There we go. Ugh. Yeah, and then, and then on the flight home, like, we had some issues with the tire. Glad we got a new one. And so I was sitting there thumbing through Instagram, and some Remember the Titans scenes came on. I was like, when was the last time you watched Remember the Titans, Paul?
Remember the Titans?
Do you remember
Pretty
the Titans?
recently. I watched that movie a lot.
Man. Who is it? Dakota Fanning? Isn't that who the little girl is? Ooh, we got a Subi.
Oh no,
Wagon?
yeah, I got a Subi. I'm just making sure. Jason, do you have audio over there? Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I think I barely hear it, so we're gonna try this.
We were at the International Houston Airport, the one that apparently that's been under construction for over 5 years now.
How about now, Jason?
Yes.
Okay, because I can hear it now too.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Zach, I got this STI. They got a lot of crazy cars in this, but I like these ones, you know? Just like I like the Focus RS.
Yeah, the stuff that is a real life.
Yeah.
I could own this.
Yep.
That airport, it was. Yeah, I used to live in Houston for a couple years as a bicycle boy down there. Worked at a bike shop, did all the bike scene. You might have seen me rolling around. I was the biker.
Okay,
I was the
Paul,
single
what do you
speed
want to
biker
do
that
now?
carried a bow on my back
I
and a
have sent
quiver
you
on my
off to a
head.
cross-country race event.
Because, rolling around in Houston, you never know. Right upon archery. Okay, memory modulars. You guys saw that. The new drive drop. Really easy. Tinka. Memory modulars can only be installed one way. There's no backwards compatibility. If you have a DDR5 motherboard, you need Dance Dance Revolution 5 memory for it to work properly. Cannot cross-contaminate. Will not let you pass go. Just does not work that way. All right. So is this like you can set the suspension in your cars?
I think, yes, you can. There's a lot of customization. I haven't messed with it yet. I'm running everything like how it comes
Yards.
Just
when you get the car.
Yeah, because
But
that was
yeah.
one thing I remember with like Forza. It was like, you can tune this engine. I'm like, I don't know how to do
Yeah, you can like tune each car before each race too. Like it's not like, okay, this is my suspension now, I gotta go back. It's like, oh, I'm doing this type of race, I'm gonna just change things a little bit. It's pretty cool.
Safe to do so. Yards. Turn
Yeah.
left.
Where are you going? I'm going through everything. Because I can. That's when you thoroughly upset the overlanders for driving your Toyota Corolla RS all the way out to the booms.
Yeah.
This is a four-wheel drive off-road. Yeah, that airport was they had a little kids play section. It had one slide. That was it. I was like, man, I hope those kids don't retire with one slide. I'd be bored having one. I'm like, you mean to tell me after 6 hours of sitting on an airplane, being all cooped up and all jacked up because I'm a little kid, I can only slide down a slide? No. All right, let's try this.
All right, we got some crazy off-road vehicle here.
Yes, the K-Tram.
I don't know what this is.
Oh, those are legit.
Yeah.
Buggies. Use those spare wheels.
Golf course.
Woohoo! Oh, dude, all those people are gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Country club fees have to review the course.
Fair enough.
big drift. All this speed bump.
Yeah.
Need more company heroes.
Dude, this 9060 XT is handling this incredibly well. Even better than I expected.
No.
Yeah.
What all have you played this game on?
Pretty much a lot of the stuff that we've built. So I definitely done on a 9070 XT. At home, I'm playing on a 3080 Ti. This is probably the lowest end card we've played it on, and it is running just fine.
Nice, that's good.
Yeah. I don't know what this game,
Requirements.
yeah, but this is great. Kind of fun to get to break in the new system, you know?
I know. Well, that's what I was saying on stage. Like, I was telling about my computer at home. It's like I can play at home or just on lunch break. I can load up on a real nice machine.
Yeah. This is definitely a different type of race, though, man. This is crazy. Not gonna get first on this one. Have to go do something with the regular
man.
cars.
Yeah.
420. Third place, we'll take it.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah.
All right, there we go. Third is acceptable. It is more than acceptable. Now we got stuff screwed together. Now we can start plugging in. Some say
Okay, Paul. I have set
plugging in is
the
easy.
event.
Others say plugging in is hard. For all those people in between, you know?
Here we go, Zach. This one's for you.
Yeah! Because you know I like my fins.
Yes, sir.
Why can't we have cars designed this way? Dude, could you imagine if a Jeep had fins?
Oh, that'd be sick.
Oh. God, that looks good.
Don't it?
See, and I was thinking about just starting entering the Bronco Land car shows.
Yeah.
Just pull up and be like, I'm here.
Yeah, what's
I'm
up?
here for the vintage off-road department.
See how it does off-roading.
Yep.
Here we go through the rice fields. Oh, under a bridge.
Uh-oh.
Above a bridge.
See, then, does that game have, like, braking cars? Does your car brake or no? It's just all visuals.
It will show some damage, yeah.
But like,
But it won't, like-
handle different because you snapped a.
Yeah, it
Steering
won't do
arm or
that.
something
Yeah,
like-
it's more arcadey style.
Some of those sim racing games where it's, and now you have to counter steer because the wheel bends.
Yeah.
Those are great games. Those games are like the survival games where it's like you must drink water to survive and
Yeah.
eat food every 15 minutes. My character's just
Like, I'm already doing that in real life.
yeah, I struggle to do that in real life. That was one thing I used to actually be really good at, was a little drink break, like every 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just a sip of water. Nothing ridiculously crazy. But I knew, because like I would go biking all day long, and I knew I just needed to like drink something and not, take a drink break. Every 15 minutes, guys, hydrate.
You've arrived at your destination.
Tinka.
Ooh, I've got to buy a car. Ooh, a Ford GT. Should I get a Ford GT?
Uh-oh. Got options.
Oh, I don't have enough money to
Uh-oh.
buy a Ford GT. Whoop. I don't have enough money to buy any of these cars. Oh, wait. 100, nope. 100, oh, I could buy the McLaren. Okay.
Paul's back to grinding.
Yep. I guess we're driving the 12C McLaren.
Yay!
Let's see what colors it comes in. That looks nice. All right, we're broke. But we've got a McLaren.
Priorities.
Yep.
All right, priorities. Leaving off ramen.
Oh, the spoiler comes up when I reach a certain speed. Fancy.
Yeah, I believe it was Crossfire that came up with that technology. Nice there. It's funny how like cars are cool and other cars are like, people are like, man, do you like that vehicle? Nobody likes that vehicle. It's like, oh, that's cool. My dad's in his 70s, so old people gotta live through all of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll see an old car, and I'll take a picture of it, and I'll send it to them. And I'll just get back. Yeah, back in my day, Wayne and I, his brother, we used to take over craft cars. I'm like, that's cool, Dad. It looks cool to me.
Yeah.
It's like, those were slow.
It's like everything was slow back
Yes,
then.
it's like, yeah, you're good. I know I'm talking to your race car driver, but like, those are slow cars. It's, okay. I get it.
This McLaren is insane. I'm almost going 200 miles an hour.
Woo! It's that mean scooting. By the time I hit third gear red line, you're scooting.
Yep.
Nothing but a A&M air filter. And aftermarket AMS oil, whatever he says.
Yeah.
From Walmart's.
All right, we crushed that one.
That was a fast race.
Yeah, this car was fast. That was 2
Nice.
minutes.
Faster than that other race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Paul's under the, you know, if you're not first, you're last.
That's right. Family.
Uh-huh. The Talladega family.
Yeah.
So good. I don't know, Donkey Kong?
Okay, Paul. I have set your route to the road race event. In 400 yards.
Oh, jeez.
How many people in chat are from Wichita? Are you guys excited that Spangles sold to IHOP and Taco and Popeyes?
400 yards.
I wonder how far Spangles goes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Turn left.
So it's like always fun driving a good little bit and then like, oh, they've got this here? Yeah. It's gonna be, you've got a 60% chance your order is going to be wrong. I'm sorry, but those are the statistics now. And on top of that, Spangles also sells booze. That's something we don't do here in Kansas. We don't sell booze at a fast food place. You mean I can go through the drive-thru window and just peel some tape off of the top of my cup and just start drinking and driving? Sold!
Mm-hmm.
I can have a screwdriver for breakfast? Yeah! Breakfast is served all day too? Even better.
They got good egg and cheese bagels.
Yeah. I like their bowls. They have like big breakfast bowls. But it's like you need to go in hungry. I also like Spangles because they do serve cheeseburgers all day long. So if you want a Western cheeseburger for breakfast at 10:30 in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, you can do that.
Yeah, that is nice.
They allow that. I don't understand the whole purpose of we're not going to serve this stuff. But it's like, what's the difference from sausage and eggs and potatoes and fries? Now what we really need to do is we really need to convince this barbecue joint next door to just add eggs to it. All I'm saying is if a barbecue store added eggs to their menu and then just started selling breakfast burritos with some brisket in it, that's what Renee's does. Renee's is far away. Unless it's lunchtime.
Yeah, I can't get over how well this 9060 XT is doing, man.
Yeah, it looks good.
This is great. They're running the Radeon RX 9060 XT, the AMD Ryzen 9700X, got 32 gigs of RAM. This is running so great.
That's all you need right there.
Yeah.
CLXgaming.com. Fans are getting done.
Car's pretty banged up, but that's okay. We got first.
Woo! Yeah, gameplay looks real solid.
Mm-hmm.
What more did you expect, guys? It's the 9060 XT. It's gonna be ballin'.
Okay, Paul. I have set your route to the road race event.
And one more cable. First place, Paul. First place. CLX code. You need a CLX code.
Oh yeah.
Got an AMD code that I gave out earlier and a Dream code I gave out earlier. I do not have a CLX code at the moment. But Dream F7TY and AMD CSFP. Those are the two codes I believe that have been given out today so far. I don't have any more with me. Anybody watch them their sports this weekend? There's quite a few things going on. You know, if the FIFA wasn't entertaining enough for you, the Queen gave out a statue, a trophy to a princess. All right, the princess gave out a thing to. I think, where was he from? Is he from Italy? Yeah, from Italy. You guys saw that. Ben Stiller was there in the background. Yeah, we saw him. Hanging out with his wife.
400 yards. Turn left.
Not talking about dodgeball. That's all I know.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Nobody.
Dude, I'm getting to drive the 22 Focus ST
Yeah.
that we didn't get here in the US.
Oh,
This is sick.
why didn't we get that one?
They stopped making them. They brought them back for like that period of time that I had mine, you know?
Yeah.
They had mine in the generation before, and then that was it. They stopped making them. I guess they don't think the US likes hot hatches.
Oh, well, no, we don't. Because, you know, here in America, our hot hatches are we're robbing a bank apparently and then heating away afterwards. There was a CLX code. CLX Q26K. Only the World Cup games. Yeah. Yeah, we watched some, sat at the bar in the hotel and watched some, man, what was it, England? And Big Holland dude?
Turn right.
Norway. Yeah, Norway. Norwegians. Yeah, watched them play. Watched Argentina play. Argentina play.
Arrived at your destination.
I made a sports reference at DreamCon. I was very proud of. Mainly because I don't know sports that well, so the fact that I could think of something and it worked in my head. Okay.
It's Cherry Blossom starting track. Let's go.
Ooh! You know you're in Japan when? You need a case for that one. It was CLX Q26K. Q26K. Quebec. This is the year 2026. 26. K, as in Kansas.
K is in knife.
K, as in Quebec.
K is in cat.
Oh, now we're messing everybody up. Okay. Bless you.
I did.
Yeah, Paul saw the difference. We were talking about it with Bill already. Yeah. So Paul, that popped up on like Jason's phone first thing. It was like, and in other news, a lake full of fish dies in Wichita, and I'm just like, we would have left town right when the outbreak happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Survived.
Yeah, dude, we would arrive in Houston when the zombie apocalypse does decide to pop out. Oh, the one in the chat is old. I don't know any new one then. That is the only ones I have. Yeah, DJ might have some when we get over to him after I get done building this. Yeah, I went out this morning and for lunch. Went on both occasions. It was pretty fun. It's a nice day today. A little hot, but I finally caught some fish in the boat on Friday. Just some little white bassies, some bassises. And yeah, that was a good time. Went out on a lake I wasn't supposed to be going out on.
Okay,
Whoops.
I have set your route to the street.
You know. I did apologize. And now I no longer Google things, because that has been the multiple times now that I have accepted what the answer Google gave me and it to be wrong. So the Google AI is no longer no longer working.
Calculating route. 400 yards. Turn sharp left.
Did I show
Wow!
you
How did
this
you get that
card, Zach?
sick paint job? Or, as we like to say in the real world, livery. That's dope.
Isn't this sick, dude? This is like that Ken whatever.
Ken Block,
Yeah.
Hoonigan.
This car is crazy, dude. It's like the best all-around car I have.
Is it the
Arrived at your destination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so
It's
sick.
fun listening to Adam talk about that car. Adam West, one of the old Top Gear guys. He talks about that car. He's like, yeah, so this is a Ford, but beyond that, it's like not actually the production car. Everything is fully updated and upgraded and race spec and yes, please.
It's just like so fast and it has like such good handling. Like it's crazy.
Do you know Hallett in Oklahoma?
Yeah, the raceway. Yeah.
And we went down there for the 4th of July to see my cousins, go to Arkansas for my cousins. We drove past there. And it was motorcycle day.
Oh,
They were out there on their bikes. It was sick.
That's crazy.
I haven't been on that course in a long time, but it was a really nice one. I really wanted my sister to keep her MX-5 because they have MX-5 days.
Oh,
yeah. They do Mazda days, and it is, oh man, Mazda's on racetracks is where they belong.
Dude, I bet that's awesome.
Yeah, 10 friends. I thought it would be funny to get the Alley Cats, one of those big workout wheels, and see if they play on it and stuff. Because we've got, let's see, Trinity, Emery, Eeyore, Gigi, James, and Astro are like our consistent cats who are always there. And Gigi is the liaise / fight bouncer breaker upper. Because for some reason Trinity and James don't get along. So you know how kitty cats do. James just likes hanging out in the backyard. Trying to get him to post up in my kayak because we've got 2 chimeneas out back in the backyard and he'll sleep in one, the one I don't use, and it's cute going outside looking in the chimney and there being a little kitty cat all curled up in there.
Okay, Paul, what do you want to do?
Katinka.
Okay, Paul, I have set your route to the nearest time attack.
I'm excited to get these panels back on here.
Oh yeah.
This ossuary case looks superb. Yeah, I can only be hands-on with Gigi and Eeyore. Everybody else is Trinity.
Turn around. It is safe to do so.
Why did I think I did? Oh, because on the earlier.
Oh.
No, that didn't.
Oh, Zach, look at this. I am gonna
Send it.
Send it. Yep. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be crazy.
I don't know what I was thinking. I thought we had another red card in turn, but we got a green card, so.
Alright, here we go. Here it is.
Reverse entry it.
Here we go. Oh my gosh.
Eagle!
Oh. Let's go.
Okay, so in real life, do you think the tree went through the bottom of that car?
Probably.
Have you seen that rally clip of the tree going through the bottom of the rally car?
No.
Yes, a tree goes through the bottom of a rally car,
That's crazy.
and the driver is doing an interview, and he's just like, yes, a tree came up through his seat and into his butt. It's like, oh God. Yeah.
Oh,
You know, rally's intense when trees can come into the car.
no. For real. Dude, this car is just so fun to drive, man. You'll have to drive this, right?
Yeah.
Are you almost done with the build?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you'll have to drive this one after.
Yeah. So far, we've got them set up with like an outdoor feed and water tray. And the opossums and the raccoonies come by, and skunkies come by. I'm okay with them. Opossums eat ticks. Ticks right now are really bad. And everything's just trying to be bad. But I have changed my summer recipe because we're on summertime now. So the summer recipe is dry food with water.
400 yards,
That's
turn sharp
sugar,
right.
drinking enough water, especially during the summertime. If you have taken care of kitty cats, alley cats, stuff like that, make sure you give them some extra water when it's extra hot out.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 400 yards, turn left.
Most looking forward to on this
Yeah, this looks phenomenal.
adventure. Is it
9060
It does.
the amazing food or the incredible cars?
Super impressed with the 9060 XT today.
Be honest, I'll admit,
See, and that's why I recommended it. I recommended it. Well, it's a great car. Might not be the best one on the market, but
Turn
boy,
sharp
okay,
right.
it's rocking. Ports assist for sure.
Turn
Sure
sharp
is.
right.
You can do that because you have sponsors. You don't have to pay for no quarter panels and
That's right.
bumpers.
We're gonna go flying off this bridge here. See what happens. Here we go. Oh,
Oh, almost. Oh, made it to that boat.
yeah. I think it would kick me out of there.
That was great food. And before I put it on the back, looks very good. Again, it does start out with some nice deep purple on the outside, and it goes into a very nice, pretty burnt orange in the middle. Got a nice macaroni yellow orange going on there too. So
Macaroni yellow.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, cheese dust orange with some red dye 40 in it,
Oh yeah,
Making
the
it
good
hot.
stuff.
making you mad at the end of the day. Grrr. Don't need that.
400 yards, turn left. In 100 yards, turn right.
Just some plain mac and cheese or loaded mac and cheese?
With a little bit of bacon bits,
Oh yeah.
200 yards.
crispy breadcrumbs on top.
I'm a hot dog fan. I like little hot doggies cut up in my mac and cheese. It's pretty good. I call that a Texas
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Italian spaghetti. Texas Italian spaghetti. Those hot dogs and macaroni and cheese.
Nice.
In 400 yards, turn left.
Alrighty, Scooby Gang. I am buttoned up and ready to rock. We can do a little power on right here. Katinka. I'm going to change my colors to not be the rainbow unicorn bonnet. There we go. Oh no, let's go Rastafari. Not yellow. Those one not green. Ooh, apple. Oh. Maybe. Oh, look at that.
Oh man,
Oh yeah, all right there, the purple. Okay, let's see.
that looks great.
What other colors? Okay, let's go back see what the yellow looks like. Yellow doesn't. Red. Nah, no, definitely not purple. And I'm sure we could make a pretty cool color off of. The software. This is your new favorite. Sorry, Sakura. Looks good. Yes, it does. I do like that a lot. Spin it back around. Oh my god. God. Those cobwebs look good. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, yeah, right on it. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today, guys. Do not forget, when's our code done? Or when's the giveaway done?
I don't know when the giveaway's done, but it won't be long.
Yeah, not much longer, so definitely hang out and get as many codes as you can. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. If we saw you at DreamCon, I greatly appreciate being able to be there. And 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks, perfect. All right. I greatly appreciate being able to go to DreamCon. That was a very fun event for me. Come back, hang out with Paul and me. We will be here on TikTok on Thursday. And yeah, stay tuned to clxgaming.com for the ossuary and the Valley of Kings.
Oh yeah.
We will catch you later, Scooby Gang.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.